Yo, it's good, it's your girl Tootsie and you're watching Tootsie Time, and I am back with a DIY video. I know it's been a minute since I did one of these, but I am back and I'm excited. I'm especially excited about this one because this is something that's very dear to my heart, okay?
Hating hoes ain't happy and happy hoes ain't hating. All of my team winning, so we gon' have a celebration. We don't take L's now around here, no we don't.
About a decade ago, I was around 16 to the age of 18. I was known as that girl who painted her sneakers. That was me. Everybody knew I used to paint my shoes. I was obsessed with color coordinating and I used to paint my shoes to match my outfits to the T. Every color had to match. I was extra. Now, back in the day when I used to do this, there weren't no Nike ID. I couldn't go to Nike and redesign my shoes on the computer and they would just make whatever I wanted. No, there wasn't that. And even if there was Nike ID back then, I couldn't afford that. Listen, painting my shoes was cheap and I would recycle. I would paint one shoe 5 times over. I don't care, I would paint on top of the paint. New design, new shoe. It seemed like I had so many shoes and everyone thought I had the biggest sneaker collection ever when I didn't. I was just repainting old shoes. So I will be showing you guys how to paint your sneakers today and how to redesign them into anything you want, anything you want. I haven't painted any of my shoes in years because I guess new shoes came out. I was making more money that I could afford shoes that I actually wanted. I was finding cuter shoes where the colorways that I wanted actually exist. It's so funny how tables turn. Like, shoes have evolved over the years because back in the day when I used to be into sneakers, colorways weren't a thing and they used to have these ugly little colors for the girls. They never had good, let me just say that, they never had good female shoes. Whereas today, females, we have a good selection now. We didn't have a good selection back in the day. Every flipping shoe back in the day I used to look at was pink. Why are all the shoes pink? I stopped painting my shoes for a while because I was able to now get shoes that I actually liked and all of that. But we're bringing the paint out again today because I recently got these shoes. Bam! Now I know what you're thinking, you're probably thinking, Dainá, why? Listen, I want to give you guys a ghetto fabulous look with these. I remember when these were like the thing. I wanted some so bad. Couldn't find any for one, and two, I wouldn't even have the money to buy them. But yes, we all know they're not real. Nike did not make these. I'm aware, but I wanted them. They just give me early hood rap ghetto fabulous 2000 vibes, and I need that in my life. But obviously, those websites, those like little Chinese websites that used to sell them, they don't sell them anymore, and all them websites are shut down because ain't nobody checking for these. So I had to find these on eBay. I found these on eBay. They're not even my size. They're like half a size bigger than my size, which we're gonna make work. But these are the only color I could find, obviously, because they don't really make them anymore. So I bought them anyway, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna buy them because I'm going to recolor them. I'm gonna redesign these. These ain't about to look like these no more. I think I'm gonna do a red, black and white, plain. It's already a loud shoe, so I'm not gonna really do any designs or anything on it. But I'm gonna change the color of these and I'm gonna show you guys what that looks like. But for the DIY of this video, I'm gonna use these plain white dunks that I have, and they probably look really clean and bright on camera, but they're not. Like, the tick is yellowing, there's dirt all around it, toe is creased, the threading is all, they look old and beat up. So I have no problems with just using these ones for the DIY. But I want to make it very clear with this DIY, you do not have to use white shoes to do this. It is the easiest way. If you have white shoes to do this on, it is the most simple and by far the easiest way to do this, but you don't have to have white shoes. I've had dark gray shoes that I've transformed into red and yellow. Yeah, those were dark gray and light gray, so they don't have to be white. And as you guys just saw on the Nike heels that I just showed you, those are not white, they're bright colors, and I'm just gonna make them a completely different color. So let me just stop talking and let's get straight into DIYing these shoes. So you're gonna need your shoes, of course, paint and paintbrushes. I'm using Angular's orange acrylic leather paint, but you don't have to use this paint. When I used to do this back in the day, I didn't even use leather paint. I used to use fabric paint by, I think it was like So Soft or Soft and Free, something like that. I'm gonna put it on the screen, but I used to use that paint and it worked just as fine. But now that I'm revisiting this idea, I want to get leather paint and try and be fancy, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so now I've delaced my shoes and I'm gonna clean them. Now this is only necessary to leather type shoes. If you're painting fabric shoes, then you won't necessarily need to do this, but I'm gonna use some nail polish remover and wipe down the parts that I want to paint over, just because this is gonna like kind of take some of the I wouldn't even say the shine, it's gonna take some of the gloss I hope you know what I'm trying to say, but it's gonna kind of dull it down so the paint can adhere to it properly. Now you can buy things to actually do this properly, like you can buy leather cleaners, preppers, leather prep, whatever. I don't have that, I don't need that, I never used it before, and my shoes were perfectly fine, so I'm just gonna do this. If you would prefer to go and get the necessary stuff, go and get you some leather prep. I'm just gonna use some good old nail polish remover because everybody should have that. Well, I have that anyway. And I'm just gonna wipe down and clean these shoes, and also make sure you clean your shoes properly because you don't want to paint over dirt, because that dirt will be trapped under the paint.
This is for a reason. Better kick back, this ain't cup the season. You want me back, you want me back, you want me back, baby. You must be mad, you must be mad, you must be mad, homie. I just glowed up, so why would I throw back? Since they
printed out a Nike swoosh, and I'm just gonna cut that out because I want to add an extra swoosh to my shoe. So I cut out just a paper swoosh, and I'm using that as a template to basically know where I want the extra swoosh to be and to paint around that, if that makes any sense. Using a pencil first, I'm just gonna go around the tick, holding it down.
But you ain't my type and you ain't that nice. You're just trying to waste my time. Yeah. You missed your chance. Tell a boy bye, you can kiss my own. I'm your fan.
Now the kind of design I want to do on these shoes is like a cartoon effect. I saw a picture of these shoes and I just thought, oh my gosh, I need to have freaking these shoes. But then I wanted to add something different to it, so I'm going to add some orange accents, and that's why I'm adding the extra swoosh, because I didn't want them to be exactly the same. I wanted to add a little something. So that's basically what I'm going to be doing today. So I don't know if you guys can see the swoosh. It's light enough so I'm able to see where to paint over. I'm going to add an extra swoosh and some extra orange details to make the shoes pop. Using the thinnest brush I have, this is a #1 round Dainá round. It really doesn't matter, just get you a thin brush. I'm using the thinnest brush and I'm about to try and freehand this tick. So
bet you wish you had a girl just like me, just like me, just like me. All them other girls you had can't compete. Not with me. Man.
Okay, so I've gone around the swoosh again, but I've just decided before I perfect this, I'm going to do the rest of the shoe, and then when I'm actually done with everything I want to do, I'm going to go back in with white paint and just clean it up a little bit more. I think I'm going to paint this part orange and then like around the tongue.
When you had a girl.
And again, I'm going to freehand everything. If you feel like you can't freehand, tape your shoes up. Get some duct tape. No, sorry, not duct tape. Get some masking tape and just mask off all the areas you don't want paint to touch.
This day exists for a reason. Better kick back, this ain't cup the season. You want me back, you want me back, you want me back, baby. You must be mad, you must be mad, you must.
So I've done the orange swoosh and the detailing on the tongue. I'm not sure if I want to add any more orange yet, so I'm going to just go ahead and start on the black sections just so I can see if there's any orange I want to add on after I do that. We're going to take the black paint now. I'm going to take the same small brush and I'm going to freehand it, and we just gonna see how this goes.
It's always you that needed me. You needed me. Yes, I mean to be rude. Don't even know what I saw in you. Stop calling my phone at 3 AM and begging me to come through. You've been replaced. Now watch me slay. I'm your fantasy, but you ain't to me. Now that I've glowed up, it don't make sense to go and throw back. Exist, they exist for a reason. Better kick back, this ain't cup the season. You want me back, you want me back, you want me back, baby. You must be mad, you must be mad, you must be mad, homie. I just glowed up, so why would I throw back? Exist, they exist for a reason. Better kick back, this ain't cup the season.
Okay, as you guys can see, we are coming together. Right now I am going over all of the white parts that I'm leaving white with some white paint. I'm using a different paint. I'm not using the leather paint because this is the paint I'm using. It's just a white acrylic paint. I got this from Ryman's. But I'm using a different paint for the other parts because certain areas of the shoe, such as the swoosh and the front bit here and these bits, some of the parts on the shoe is like plastic. It's not even leather. It's like a texture mix of plastic and leather. So maybe I can show you better on this one. So I don't know if you guys can tell the shiny parts like the swoosh and the front and all of these parts, these are not really leather. They're like plasticky. So I've decided to use acrylic paint on that instead of the leather paint because I don't really think this is leather. We're just gonna brighten the whites and then finish off the details and we're gonna be done.
Man, homie, I just glowed up, so why would I throw back? Since they exist for a reason, better kick back the same cup season.
While I'm painting over these white details, this gives me a chance to clean up and fix up anything I might have messed up. Repaint these white because they've gone a little bit yellow, and then I'm going to do the small part at the bottom orange just for another pop of orange, and then we're gonna be done.
Exactly what you said I couldn't do, and I'm never gonna slow it down just cause you want me to. Don't worry about the amount I pay for my car, cause you can't afford.
For now we are pretty much done. I've done all of the detailing and all that sort of stuff, and the only thing left to do now is seal it. Usually when I used to do this back in the day, I used to use car paint, like an actual clear lacquer from the car shop that you would use on your cars, and that used to work fine for me. But I did pick up this matte acrylic finisher by Angelus. It's the same brand as the paint, but I don't want to use that because I also got this off eBay, which is a spray clear varnish. There we go. Yeah, this is a spray clear varnish that I got off eBay, and I'd rather use this. This is just for like stuff around the house, but like I said, back in the day I used to use car spray paint and that used to work, so I'm gonna use this. But you can pick this up. The only reason I don't want to use this is because it's gonna take a longer time to dry, and I don't want to sit here painting it on evenly on the shoe. Spraying is much easier.
I bet you're so mad you can't roll with us.
Now we wait for these to dry, and they are done. Now when it comes to these shoes, I will be doing the exact same method, but because these shoes are not white, you obviously have to go over them with a few more coats. So I done 2 coats on the white shoes. I'll probably end up doing 3 coats on this just so the original color of the shoe does not show through. If you guys want to see the finished product of these shoes, make sure you follow me on Instagram, where I will be posting them as soon as I style them up and all of that good stuff. Okay.
We don't, no we don't. No we don't, no we don't.
So now that it's dry, I'm just gonna lace it up. I have these shoelaces that came with my Jordan off-white collab. They gave like orange, white, and green laces that all say like shoelaces on the end. It's like the off-white thing. So I want to put a pair of these laces in here. I'm not sure which one. It's orange or white. I might put orange in one and then white in the other. We'll just see how they look.
We don't take L's now around here. No we don't. You know D-A-I-N-A don't take no L. No we don't. No we don't.
The DIY. I really hope you guys liked it. If you use this video to repaint and redesign any of your sneakers, send me pictures. I want to see. Send them to Instagram, Twitter, whatever. I want to see if you guys do this. I hope it was simple to follow. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Yeah, she's got that good stuff. That's Tootsie Time, oh yeah. Comment and like the vid. Subscribe if you wanna. Yeah, she's got that good stuff. That's Tootsie Time, oh yeah. Tootsie Time, oh yeah. Tootsie Time, oh yeah.